There is something I've been thinking. When someone shows you their true colors, don't repaint them. Because on this issue of Donald Trump, DJT, I think that Trump didn't just disrespect Africa by accident, but he revealed the world's real attitude towards black people. And black people can't escape what come next. So that's why I say that as black people, we must rise. Or Africans, we must rise. Grand Rising family, welcome back to my YouTube commentary. I love you and I honor you for being a member of this channel. It's a respect to me. Thank you so much for being here. Today, this is your video. I want you to tell me what you think on the comment section about this, okay? Because today, I'm not just making a video, but I am making a declaration, a warning, a mirror, okay? I'm making a message to the entire black world. Now, black world cannot escape this moment in history, what we have just seen about Trump calling Somalis garbage or trash. So in one way or the other, it's a message to all black people, because what Trump said about African countries or about Somali country wasn't new. About Somali community is not something that is new. What he called Somali wasn't new. The insults weren't new. DJT just broke the polite mask the Western nations use to hide their contempt for Africa. Because what I think, he said out loud what many Western leaders, he said out loud what many Western institutions, what many Western citizens have believed for decades. That Africa is backward, Africa is inferior, black nations don't deserve respect, black people should remain dependent, Africa should be used, not empowered. So this is not DJT ideology. This is Western worldview exposed. And DJT did not invent Africa disrespect, but he amplified it, he broadcasted it. He just forced the world to, he forced the world to confront what has been whispered behind closed doors. So this is what they always talk behind the closed doors on the dining table. Okay, for so long, people try to act like, oh no, the Western loves Africa, the West wants to help Africa, the West gives NGO, the West do this to Africa. But behind the scenes, let me tell you, Africa is mocked. Behind the scenes, Africa is dismissed. Africa is exploited. Africa is judged. Africa is feared. Not because it is weak, but because of what it can become. Okay? Trump did not disrespect Africa. Just he revealed to people how Africa has always been viewed in the corridors of Western power. Okay? And black people, no matter where you are, no matter where we are, if you are in Africa, America, Europe, and Caribbean, we cannot escape this truth anymore. Okay? Let me ask this. If Africa is nothing, if Africa is trash, if Africa is worthless, then why is everyone fighting to get a piece of it? Why is each and every country fighting to get a piece of Africa? You know? Then, why are Western nations mining Africa's gold? Why are Western nations draining African oil, stealing African cobalt, controlling African currency, manipulating African election, building military bases on African soil? Why? If Africa is trash, why does the world need to survive? If Africa is trash, why does Europe panic without African resources? Why does France panic? Why does China invest billions and billions in African infrastructure? Because deep down, they all know the truth that Africa is the world's backbone. They know Africa is the world's engine. Africa is the world's wealth source. Africa is the world's fear. DJT didn't call Africa trash because Africa is trash. He called Africa trash because Africa is the one standing between Western domination and Western collapse. Because he used Somali. And this is just a modification of something. Somali was used as a representative. Just per my thinking. You can tell me in the comment section. And a rising Africa destroys Western supremacy. A rising Africa, a unified Africa ends global racism. A conscious Africa breaks the power of the white system. And that is the fear. The truth is very simple. We black people worldwide have reached a point we are rising in no longer way. We are rising. It's not by choice. We are rising. Okay? Global systems are pushing us. History is forcing us. Oppression is cornering us black people. And awakening is pulling us upwards. Whether we like it or not, this is the moment. Okay? In America, black economic power is shaking the nation. In Europe, you see African immigrants are changing demographics. In the Caribbean, black nations are demanding reparations. In Africa, young people are overthrowing Western-backed leaders. Everywhere you look, the system is hacked. It is hacked and it is panicking. Okay? It is panicking because the global black rise is happening whether the world approves it or not. The rise of black people across the world on a global chair cannot be escaped. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be silenced. It cannot be hidden. Okay? And Trump's comment accelerates it because Trump's just exposed America's true view of black people. DJT insulting Africa wasn't just about Africa, wasn't just about Somali. It was a warning to black Americans too. Because when DJT said Africa is trash or Somali is trash, he was indirectly saying black people everywhere is trash. They don't see African Americans as separate from Africans. They don't see Caribbeans black as separate from Africans. They don't see black Europeans as separate from Africans. So to them, a black person is a black person. And DJT spoke for the worldview. And for years, America has used black Americans as the cultural engine. America has used black Americans as the political scapegoat. America has used black Americans as the racial punching bag. But right now, the system is panicking because black Americans are most politically aware. Black Americans are more economically independent. Black Americans are more connected to Africa. Black Americans are more united with Caribbean brothers and sisters. Okay? And more vocal about white supremacy. Black Americans are more prepared to leave America. Okay? Now, the world is afraid of Africa's unstoppable youth movement. And you can see that. You can see that because when you look at Africa today, young Africans are refusing fear. They are refusing silence. They are refusing colonial systems. They are refusing Western domination. Okay? From Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Kenya, all those countries, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, Africans youths are rising up, demanding their nation back. They are demanding their future, demanding their liberation. So this is exactly what West countries fears the most because they know that the youth of Africa will do what old leaders refuse to do. What they refuse to do, Africans are no longer begging, Africans are no longer kneeling, Africans are no longer apologizing because the old systems used to do this work. They used to apologize, to kneel, to do what William Ruto, the president of Kenya, has been in USA right now. I don't know what he has gone to do there, but it is just leaking. Okay? And black unity is the final message or the final threat to the white power. The last nail on the coffin, it is the African or the black people unity because black people must remain divided to elevate the system. Okay? We must remain divided by nationality, tribe, language. But if we put those aside, if Africa hates diaspora, it's a win to them. If black Americans hate Caribbean, it's a win to them. Okay? The system will remain strong. But we need to do what? We need to unite. And guess what? The youths are destroying those divisions. Social media is destroying those divisions. Now Africans are loving black Americans. Black Americans are loving Africa. The people who are watching my videos are black Americans. So there is love. And the diaspora is connecting. And this moment that black unity becomes real, white supremacy dies. It dies early in the morning. It dies early in the morning. Okay? So DJT insults were not just disrespect. It was a panic attack, according to me. I know Somalis have done some things bad to them. Somalis have disrespected black Americans. Somalis they are saying they are not black. But that message is for Africa. You can see how he was looking at William Ruto. Like, just... There are moments in history when our people cannot avoid their destiny. And this is one of these moments. For centuries, black people have been enslaved, colonized, separated, humiliated, underestimated. But the world has changed. And whether we accept it or not, this generation of black people is chosen for the rise. Not by politics, not by leaders, not by race, but by history itself. Black people cannot escape the fact that we must reclaim Africa, we must reclaim power, we must reclaim dignity, we must reclaim identity. We must reclaim our place in the world. Thank you, members. Thank you, YouTube subscribers. Welcome back. Share these videos. For those who are sending super thanks, I see you and I appreciate you and I love you so much. I have a lot that is coming in the box. We want to connect with Africa. Some black people asking me, where can I relocate in Africa, in Kenya? If you want to come in Kenya, I'm your plug. Holler at me. My email is in the description. Until next episode, peace out.